You see, in life, everybody wants to get somewhere. Everybody wants to be something, to do something, to have something, but wanting's not enough. Wishing is not enough. Hoping is not enough. You got to move. You got to act. You got to step into the fire and be willing to get burned, to get bruised, to get broken if necessary. Because nothing comes easy in this world worth having. And if it did, you wouldn't appreciate it. So listen to me, because I'm about to tell you what it really takes. I'm not talking about theory. I'm not talking about fairy tales. I'm not talking about some overnight miracle. I'm talking about what it takes, really takes, to go from where you are right now to where you want to be. First, you got to believe. Yeah, I know you've heard that before, but I'm not talking about that weak kind of belief. I'm not talking about saying you believe when things are going well. I'm talking about the kind of belief that does not shake, does not bend, does not break no matter what comes at you. That unshakable belief, that deep down, gut-wrenching, soul-defining belief. The kind that says, I don't care what it looks like right now, I know where I'm going. The kind that says, even if nobody sees it, even if nobody understands it, even if nobody supports it, I know it's real. You got to believe so deeply that when life knocks you down, when the storm comes, when the world laughs in your face, you still stand tall and say, watch me. Because if you don't believe, if you don't have that unshakable foundation inside of you, then every little setback, every little failure, every little obstacle is going to tear you apart. You're going to quit before you even start. The second thing, you got to prepare. Oh, now this is where most people fall off, because they want the dream, but they don't want the preparation. They want the reward, but they don't want the sacrifice. But I need you to understand something. Opportunity does not wait for you to be ready. It comes when it comes, and if you're not prepared, you're going to miss it. You can't just wake up one day and say, I want to be great, and expect it to happen. You got to work. You got to grind. You got to study, train, practice, refine your skills. You got to sharpen your mind. You got to condition your body. You got to prepare your soul for the journey. Because the road is long, the road is tough. The road will test every ounce of strength, every drop of patience, every inch of your character. And if you're not ready, if you're not prepared, you will break. So start now, right now. I don't care what resources you don't have. I don't care what excuses you think you have. Start where you are with what you have and prepare like your life depends on it, because it does. Next, you got to endure. Oh, and this is the one most people don't want to hear, because enduring means pain. It means suffering. It means long nights and lonely days. It means failure after failure after failure. It means tears, frustration, exhaustion. It means people walking away, people doubting you, people telling you that you're wasting your time. It means staring into the abyss and having the courage to keep moving forward. You see, people love the idea of success, but they hate the process. They love the finished product, but they don't want to go through the fire. But you can't have one without the other. You cannot have victory without struggle. You cannot have growth without pain. That's the tax life demands for greatness. You got to be willing to endure, to take the hits, to feel the weight of the world on your shoulders and say, I will not stop. Because I promise you, life will test you. The moment you start chasing your dream, life is going to push back. It's going to throw every obstacle in your way. It's going to make you question yourself, doubt yourself, second guess everything. But you have to keep going. You have to fight through. You have to endure. Because the ones who make it, the ones who truly make it, are not the smartest, not the most talented, not the luckiest. They are the ones who refuse to quit. And finally, you got to execute. You got to step up. You got to show up. You got to take action. Because all the belief, all the preparation, all the endurance in the world means nothing if you don't act, if you don't take that first step, if you don't put yourself out there, put your work out there, put your dream on the line. Fear will try to stop you. Doubt will try to paralyze you. People will try to talk you out of it, but you have to execute. You have to make the move. You have to take the leap. And let me tell you something. When you do, it's not always going to go as planned. You're going to mess up. You're going to fail. You're going to look foolish sometimes. But that's part of the process. That's how you grow. That's how you learn. That's how you get better. You cannot let the fear of failure stop you from taking action. You cannot let the opinions of others stop you from stepping into your destiny. You cannot wait for perfect conditions, for the perfect time, for the perfect opportunity, because there is no perfect time. The time is now, right now, this moment. So ask yourself, do you really want it? Do you really want to get where you say you want to go? Do you really want to achieve the dream that's burning inside of you? Because if you do, then it's time. Time to believe like never before. Time to prepare like never before. Time to endure like never before. No more waiting. No more excuses. No more hoping somebody else is going to do it for you. It's your life. It's your dream. It's your responsibility. So get up, get moving, get to work, and don't stop until you get where you're meant to be, belief. That's where it starts. That's where it always starts. Before anything else, before the first step, before the first move, before anybody else even knows what's inside you, belief is the foundation, but not just any belief. Not that fragile kind of belief that crumbles when things don't go your way. Not that fair weather belief that only exists when everything looks good, when the sun is shining, when the path is clear. No, I'm talking about that deep down, unshakable, unbreakable, undeniable belief. The kind of belief that says no matter what comes, I will not be moved. Because let me tell you something. Life will test you. Life will push you. Life will ask you over and over again, do you really believe? Not just when things are going well, not just when doors are opening, not just when people are clapping for you, cheering for you, supporting you. No, life is going to ask you that question when the doors slam in your face. When the phone calls don't come, when the people you thought were with you walk away, when your plan doesn't go the way you expected, when you put in the work and you put in the time and you put in the effort and you still don't see the results you were hoping for. Life will look you dead in the face and say, do you still believe? And that's when it matters most. That's when real belief shows up. Not when it's easy, not when it's convenient, but when everything around you is telling you to quit. When everything inside you is questioning if you've lost your mind. That's when belief has to kick in. That's when you have to stand tall and say, I don't care what it looks like right now. I know what's inside me. I know what I was put on this earth to do. Because let's be real, most people don't have that kind of belief. Most people don't have that kind of faith in themselves. They believe when they can see it. They believe when there's proof. They believe when the crowd is cheering. But the moment things get tough, the moment things take longer than expected, the moment they hit that first wall, that belief fades and they start looking for a way out. They start making excuses. They start settling for less. But you can't be like most people. If you want to get somewhere in life, if you want to reach your potential, if you want to build something real, something meaningful, something lasting, then you have to develop that kind of belief that does not depend on circumstances, a belief that does not waver, a belief that stands firm in the face of struggle, of doubt, of rejection, of failure. And let me tell you something else. This kind of belief is not something you're born with. It's something you build. It's something you strengthen. It's something you fight for every single day. Because belief is like a muscle. If you don't train it, if you don't work on it, if you don't challenge it, it gets weak, it gets shaky, it disappears when you need it most. But when you build it, when you strengthen it, when you make it unshakable, there is nothing that can stop you. So how do you build it? How do you develop that kind of belief? First, you have to protect it. You have to guard it like your life depends on it, because it does. You cannot allow negativity to take root in your mind. You cannot allow fear to plant seeds of doubt in your heart. You cannot allow the opinions of small-minded people to shake your confidence. Because let's be honest, there will always be people who don't see what you see. There will always be people who don't believe in your vision, people who will tell you it's impossible, people who will laugh at you, discourage you, try to bring you down, not because they're right, not because they know better, but because they don't have that kind of belief themselves. And people who lack belief will always try to convince you to do the same. But you can't let them. You have to tune out the noise. You have to block out the doubt. You have to remind yourself every single day that you are capable, that you are worthy, that you are meant for something greater. Because if you don't, if you allow even a little bit of doubt to creep in, it will grow, it will spread, it will eat away at your confidence until there's nothing left. And the second thing, you have to feed your belief. You have to fuel it. You have to strengthen it every single day. That means surrounding yourself with the right people, people who lift you up, people who challenge you, people who push you to be better. It means feeding your mind with the right things. Books that inspire you, stories that remind you what's possible, messages that keep you focused. Because what you put into your mind, what you allow to take root in your heart, that's what will shape your belief. And the third thing, you have to act on it. Because belief without action is nothing. It's just words. It's just ideas. It's just empty hope. If you really believe in something, if you really believe in yourself, then you have to back it up with action. You have to move, even when you're scared. You have to take the leap, even when you don't know where you're going to land. You have to walk forward, even when the path isn't clear. Because every step you take in faith, every move you make in confidence strengthens that belief. It proves to yourself over and over again that you are capable, that you are strong, that you are worthy. And here's the last thing, belief is a choice. Every single day, you have to choose. You have to wake up and decide, I will not doubt myself today. I will not let fear control me today. I will not let the world tell me what I can and cannot do, because the world will try. Oh, it will try. It will throw every obstacle, every setback, every failure in your path just to see if you will break, just to see if you will quit. But you have to stand firm. You have to hold on. You have to choose every single day to believe in yourself, even when nobody else does. Because the truth is, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. If you don't see your own potential, nobody else will. If you don't fight for your dream, nobody else will. It starts with you. It starts with the way you think. It starts with what you tell yourself. It starts with what you decide to believe, not just when things are easy, not just when things are going well, but every single day. So ask yourself, what do you believe? Not what do you hope for, not what do you wish for, not what do you want when things are easy. What do you truly, deeply, unshakably believe? Because that belief is either the thing that will push you forward or the thing that will hold you back. That belief is either the foundation you build your future on or the excuse you use to stay where you are.